back with Kiwan JTV. Hi, Kiwan. Let's welcome you in first. I am happy to have Kiwan here with me, you guys. We are here to go over Tyler Perry's Beauty in Black. For those who are unsure, this show does air on Netflix, but if you know somebody who knows somebody, I'm sure you can find a way to watch it other places. But we are here to go over season 2, episodes 11 and 12, which were titled Fed Up and Flames of Fury. It was like Beauty in Black mixed in with a little bit of Fire Country. My goodness, this was a lot. As always, I want to encourage everybody, please tap in with my co-host and other Black creators. Whoever you see up here, the link is in the description of this video. So Kiwan JTV's link is there, as well as Watch Your Mouth Reviews, who I do a lot of videos with because that is thy bestie. So give him a subscribe as well, and other creators that you see. Also the husband. I always forget to tell y'all, subscribe to my husband. You can find other stuff with Mrs. Best on his channel, as well as music. And there's one song I did with him, but I am not an artist. I'm going to keep repeating that. I am not an artist. I can sing a little, but I am not an artist. I have no desire. But y'all, let's get into Beauty in Black. We're going to start with the episode Fed Up, which is season 2, episode 11. Mallory whooped that girl's tail.
Well deserved.
She whooped her tail. And honestly, when she was sitting with Mallory, Kiwan, and she was like, "Oh, that's your husband," and her high self said, "Yeah, that's my main whale," or whatever she called it. I was like,
"You forgot to do this."
Oh,
I'm so high. You forgot to do that. There's a little bit of Felicia in us all. Absolutely.
Okay? There's a little bit when you just get your hair done. I don't care if you got braids, dreads, a weave, a wig.
Exactly.
Apply hair and it be pain or tight and you a little high. No, I look good, but that's Felicia.
Yeah.
Felicia is funny to me. Her character is here for comic relief for me. I don't know.
She would drop it for pimp. She is comic relief.
That's our favorite bottom. You know what? But
yes,
Mallory whooped her up. Felicia got taken away. Roy tried to grab up another hoe. We are 3 minutes into the video, but Roy Roy irritated me, and I hope that they set something up for his character to fall into a ditch and suffer, because I did not like that his character pulled a chick who was involved in a threesome pulled her up off of him, made her turn around, lifted her leg. She was like, "Okay, I'll give you some." She was going to do her job. She was a professional. Mm-hmm. But when Roy poured out the white girl onto her, aka the Scarface, the nose candy, the booger sugar, and poured it all over that girl's cleavage, and didn't even line it up, it just put his face in her titties and said, oh. That girl got up and walked away from him. And
that's crazy. He's a habitual line stepper. And I was just like, are we serious right now? Like, the way, I don't know. That was rather disgusting. Like, Roy, what are we doing?
Why did they make him do that? I'm like, is Roy later on in the season gonna essay somebody or try to? Because that was a little bit too much. Mm-hmm. That's why women don't like dating men who be high off stuff, because look how he behaved.
It's his entitlement that he's always had. And you feel like because you've been entitled to everything else, you're entitled to these women because they are dancers. That's not how that goes.
Not at all. That's the truth.
And I think that's what's happened typically at these places, especially the way Jules is running it.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. And then we got to look at Sylvie and how people were just willing to do stuff with her, even though I remember the scene where they showed her like out of it and lit and someone trying to do something with her. Like, Roy is too much, y'all. But Felicia got taken away from him and he couldn't get his chick. But meanwhile, Angel has been in the club. And Angel is truly living by the in the club. We all fam. That is Angel to a T right now because he is in the club having the time of his life, and he's doing what a lot of younger people do that I don't understand. Like millennials, Gen X, other generations come before us. Like we know not to post our locations when we're
my God.
okay. I went to a concert that most of the Bay Area was at and did not post my location until I was home from that. Because I don't need nobody knowing where I'm at, coming up there acting a fool. Like you just never know. I think one of the best examples of that is PNB Rock. His girlfriend posted him and her at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles out in LA. And then somebody came up in there and took his life. Like, so you do want to be careful with how you post, where you post, and things like that. Because it's crazy people out there. You never know.
Yes.
But Angel, he is the crazy. So, you know, that's the exception. His baby mama sees him on the internet because her friend work at the club, her homegirl work at the club, and called the baby mama to let her know, like, yo man here, and he's spending thousands. And she's like, and I mean thousands in the club. So Angel has spent close to 50,000 in the club and is going to get unwanted, unnecessary attention. Let me tell y'all this. Kiwan, no matter how rich I become, because we gonna be rich one day, sis. That's all.
Period.
No matter how rich I become, you can't make me spend 39,000 in the club.
Cause what?
Absolutely not.
I don't even want to pay $12 for his drink.
Right, $12. Like I wish the drinks was $12 still.
Oh, they not $12 out there.
They more. They charge more for drinks now. It's a lot. It's a lot. They want a full 20. I said for a beverage with ice.
Oh yeah, no. I'll bring my own drink. Okay. I'll pregame. Can I say something about Angel quickly grabbed on to the entitlement like the Bellary boys. I was like,
you are character development.
Because I was like, what is this? What? And Horace, you know, called. I'll let you get there. But I was just like, you too entitled for me.
Angel did have a lot of entitlement. And it's concerning that he has entitlement for stuff he did not work for or earn. Right. So that is just like the Bellary boys. Because they didn't work for nothing or earned it either. No. And that's going to piss Horace off, though, later on. But Jules is looking into his son is not dead yet, but he's treating it like his son is. And he has involved Norman, aka Tina Knowles' ex-husband.
Richard Lawson.
Norman come in there, and I'm just like, not much happened at this time. He's just making Norman aware of what's going on. But Norman being involved is not a good thing, because for those, the day ones of Beauty in Black know that the show started with Norman's wife getting hit by that car that Mallory was driving. And Norman knows that his family is connected to his wife's death. He don't like his family. He is tired of them ninjas. Okay? For Norman. So Norman's looking for a reason. We'll see more with them later, but I was like, okay, Jules, so you're going to run to your master. Got it. I just don't like Jules.
At all. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
That's probably why that movie, okay, that movie and that line and who he plays specifically always bothered me. But that is the best. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
You wish you working like me. Coming to see the Temptations.
Love it.
Coming to see you, sir.
That he will always be that character from that movie. I'm sorry.
Yes, he will. He will always never. He wouldn't. We would never let him beat the allegations.
Never. Oh dear God. Oh my Lord. I'm having a time. If you guys are as well, please like the video. We do appreciate everybody who stops by. Even if you don't like the video, we're small creators. So anybody who takes the time to watch us, you do make a difference and you matter. So we thank you.
And subscribe. Please.
Yes, please. Olivia Holmes sipping that dark liquor.
Child.
Love her some dark liquor. Olivia be home tore up, and I can't see my Auntie Debbie like this. I can't see my Auntie Debbie like this. Every time I'm traumatized.
Wait, why?
Because Debbie Morgan drinking and doing all this stuff. I ain't never seen her play a character like this intense. Okay. I just look at her like she's my auntie. She's my auntie. Denzel, Samuel Jackson, they my uncles. Like, I can't see them in certain types of role. Like when Denzel was in Flight, I was hurt. When he came clean at the end of that movie, I was like, okay, uncle, there we go. There we go.
Oh,
you know, I
did watch that.
I love that movie, by the way. It's another movie about the booger sugar causing somebody to go crazy. And it's based on a true story, which actually like worried me after watching it. I was like, I don't really want to hop on no flights no time soon. But,
and you know, Samuel L. played a couple of movies when he was on that booger sugar.
Oh.
I love that. I love Samuel L. Jackson. I do.
How can we not? He is why I curse. My parents' mouths was pretty bad, but he is part of the reason.
Oh my God.
He taught me that motherfucker could be the healthiest thing that I say.
Period.
And I appreciate it for it.
Basically, Samuel L. Jackson ran so you can walk.
He did. No,
I will find a silver lining in everything. He ran so you can walk, Mrs. Beth. Okay.
My mouth is a mess, though. I'm really trying to curse.
Okay.
I'm trying to curse less.
Okay, I get it.
I'm trying. I be doing it with clients at work, but it works. When you're a social worker, if you curse to your clients, they open up and then let you help them. I don't know why, but you know the population
responds to trauma.
Right. I'd be like, what the hell you do when I set up your appointment for you? Take your ass to the doctor. And they always, if I do that, they go. But if I be like, I've set up this appointment, could you please remember to go? I'll appoint you. They won't go. But if I be like, the hell you do have me doing that for and you didn't go, it works.
Right. You'd be like, nigga, didn't I tell you to set this appointment up with your stupid ass? Don't make me say this line again. Okay?
Then they be showing up, therapists calling me. Anina, yeah, he showed up. He's doing great. I don't know what he said.
I set him straight.
I said, make me have to write another document for you. I'm trying to
Period.
But y'all, let me not get in trouble. Olivia come home. She's having her sip of her dark liquor, her ritual. She looks up after her sip and she sees a bunch of niggas in her living room.
Child. She was really shaking like booty meat. And we have never, and I mean never, shook like she was shook it.
She was shook.
In this scene. She shaked people.
She said before they could even, they said, come over here. She said, I'm going to get you your money. I'm like, damn, wait. Have a seat first. She already knew where they was there. And I'm looking like, you too old, Olivia, to be in some stuff like this. But she owed the money. She ain't got the money. They want their money by the end of the week on Friday. And to make sure that she gives them the money, they smacked her old ass on the leg with a mallet.
They just gave her a pow pow. But this is my question, kind of like the question I have for Jules. Why you didn't think karma was going to circle back on you, sis? You unalived somebody in the bag. Pow pow.
Not in a bag.
You've done a lot, and now you have a church, and you work in a church as a pastor.
I forgot she is supposed to be trying to be newly found. That's why I don't go to church. See this right there.
And see that is another thing Tyler Perry has shined a light to. Even though he always quoting scriptures, but he had shined a light to the fake and the phony people
in church
that be like, you know what, God is still working on me. Listen, if he can allow me and I can have a heart for people, you should be able to have a heart for people. But you know what? We're not talking about that. That's a whole nother conversation.
I forgot that her character was supposed to be into church and stuff, and I wondered if she wasn't a pastor, but she had joined the church and it was important to her to be a part of it, and she was trying to be away from the family. But now she's so wrapped up back into it. Olivia's story arc has been kind of interesting, and I feel for her. But like Kiwan is saying, she's done some god awful things while playing with God. So honestly, when they hit her in the leg, I said, I'm not gonna lie, I did chuckle a little bit because I said, that's what your ass get, always cussing somebody out, talking crap to them, smacking people, forcing these young bloods to come and fulfill your sexual needs and shit. Like, that's what you get, Olivia. Somebody had to come crack you in the leg. But and it was the screaming that she was doing. The screaming was driving me crazy.
It was loud and I'm not obnoxious.
Loud. I said, girl, why is she screaming like this?
And like, you know, I always see stuff in some of these scenes, but it is so ironic that you had nobody to call but your son, Charles.
Preach.
I was like, Tyler, I don't know what you want me to see in some of these scenes, but it's odd that you have nobody to call but him.
I would have expected her to call Norman because that's her brother. And he be with stuff, but I know they're beefing.
Her brother she slept with.
Oh.
Yeah. So in I think in season 2, in the first half of season 2, we found out that a long time ago, her and Norman they used to. Mm-hmm. So we were wondering if one of the boys was for Norman.
Child. What a soap opera will do, y'all. What a soap opera will do. This is why I'm scared to cover Beyond the Gates, because they got a whole lot going on.
But, I thought you were covering that. I don't know why I thought.
I'm going to, but I'm a little pressed for time because of school and work and stuff. And then they do episodes per week, like multiple. So I'm trying to figure out how to do it and when I'm gonna do it. But I want to do it because I do like Beyond the Gates a lot.
Because the way I watch a lot of the people I subscribe to, I guess they look at all the episodes and do one full review for the week.
That's what I was gonna do. Just let the episodes for the week go and then do a full review weekly. But they go so long. But I'm gonna figure out how to factor it in. Kevin Reynolds has been, shout out to you, Kevin Reynolds, if you are watching.
To you.
He sent me examples from other YouTubers, a structural format to follow, because he wants me to cover it. And I try if my subscribers ask me to cover something, if I don't watch it, I will look into it and try to cover it because I need their views. I need content. Let's work together and get it out there. But I'm gonna give it a try. I'll see, because April there's so much coming back. There's so much. I'm doing Housewives of Rhode Island. For those who don't know, if you 18 minutes in, may as well, if you subscribe to the channel, we will be adding Housewives of Rhode Island, which is here on April the 2nd. I will be recapping that with James. You are always welcome to join, Kiwan. You don't have to ask.
I'm gonna try to watch it.
A link.
Okay.
That show, I'm letting everybody know who I collab with. Like, if y'all want to join, just let me know. I'll always send a link. Just be like, Amina, send me a link, bitch, and I will send you a link. But it's a cast of the colorless.
Yeah.
And Dolores Catania is not involved as she was supposed to be with it. So I'm going to give them a trial and see how it does.
Okay.
Because if they canceled Miami for this, I'm gonna feel away.
Oh, so did they cancel Miami for that?
Now they're saying Andy Cohen said it's not canceled, but it's on an indefinite pause.
Okay, can they put Beverly Hills on an indefinite pause?
Or OC? They gave nothing.
Yes,
has not given anything in years.
No,
like
you can, and I don't know. Like, people were saying how some of these the 2 Black housewife shows, they're not getting the shine and the, like. Even with what I love about the Black shows, and including Married to Medicine, is the their intro pics and their reunion looks, and they put a lot in their reunion looks. But not only that, they give something every season. I mean, I know we'd be like, "Ugh, you get on my nerves,"
but they do give content.
They do give content.
Get on our nerves.
Yes, they do give content. Now, Potomac need to really, really, get rid of some people, especially Beverly Hills. Like, I was listening to Color Me Pink, and I really like her reviews on Housewives of Beverly Hills. And the way she went in on Bold, shout out to Color Me Pink, I was like, my God, I love it. I live.
Honestly, Beverly Hills, I wanted to drop it and was going to on the 5th episode, but I didn't. And right now it's my dispute live. I'm like, what? Because people want to talk about it because it's so bad. It's so bad, but they do need to change up.
So they have 2 more episodes left?
I have no idea how many they have left, but I know the reunion has filmed. And usually when the reunion's filmed, there's probably 2 episodes left, but the season didn't get interesting. It's just really these last 3 episodes.
And yes. And also, did you see I didn't see the clip. I guess we don't have the clip yet. I forget what I wanted to say. I started spacing. Go ahead.
It happens to me all the time. All the time. No, but you're good.
Beverly Hills, but I do not like all of these pile-ups on all of these shows. It's like that's the new normal. Nobody is original anymore, and people, a lot of them don't want to give their life, and they don't want to show up and work. So yeah, I think they need to start snatching all of these housewife shows off.
Make them work for it, get rid of it, or get rid of people. I actually heavily agree with that, especially for the content creators that cover it regardless. Like, please, y'all, tap in again with the link in the description, you guys, for our co-hosts and creators. Also, if you are interested in our reviews, I share Kiwan's Beverly Hills lives every time she does them. So go to our community tab so you can see her lives for Beverly Hills, as well as the playlist I have on my channel. Also, check out the Watch Your Mouth Reviews collabs playlist that I have on my channel as well, because you can find shows like Potomac that we just discussed. I don't cover that on my channel, but James does cover it, and so does Kiwan. So please tap in, support them, all those good things.
Watch Your Best Friend.
Oh, Lord, Watch Your Best Friends. I always forget. Me and James are so bad at this doggone channel, y'all. We do have a joint channel called Watch Your Best Friends that we haven't put any content on in 2.5 weeks. My God.
Oh, my God.
We are trying to plan a live. James had an injury. He fractured his tibia, has had surgeries. He is now back at work after almost a year out of work. He does work nights. And then I'm in school full time. And I work full time, and I have the husband at the YouTube. So we will find time to get a live out there. I actually have a whole live set up that I just need to put out there. But I'm gonna do it one day. James ain't good with tech, so I've been doing all the other stuff. But we see after Olivia gets smacked in the leg with a mallet, we see Mallory. Mallory is in the car after seeing Roy sleep with Felicia, and Barney is telling Mallory of what Roy did to him, and how he's trying to basically blackmail him into having his way with the will. So that's important to remember. I'm just looking at Mallory and Barney, and I like the friendship they're building. Have you noticed the friendship they're building? How do you feel about it? I love it.
Just like I like her friendship with Charles. I like her because she's open to them, and she's understanding to them, and she's cordial with everybody else, but behind their back she's like this bee, or but I love her friendship with Barney. Barney just needs to relax. He
needs to relax and think.
Be okay with being gay.
Yeah, because his character, like the whole neighbor thing, if I would have been like, fuck these neighbors, we all paying, I pay too much in rent and mortgage to be worried about them. But I think it's realistic to his character too, because a lot of, especially in the Black community, a lot of gay men don't feel it's safe to come out. So, I mean, it's good they touched on it. It adds some realism to him, which I appreciated.
I was going to say, when it comes to Roy and his homophobia, it's to no end. And it's like, do you actually want to sleep with homeboy?
Yeah.
Right. Like, do you want to sleep with him, or do you want him to sleep with you? Do you want to be the bottom, or do you want to be the top? Because that's what it gives me. Because every chance you get, whether you see Barney, whether you see Charles, you're just throwing things in their face. And to the point of when your brother comes in, you see that he looks away. You see that he never acts how he acts. But that's another thing. Everybody else, he goes to other people, and it's like they only care about what they have going on, that you don't see him. I honestly thought that he was going to somehow unalive himself. That's what I thought. That was my thought process when it came to Charles. But we was talking about Barney. I do like their relationship.
No, I like with Charles. That's actually, I'm glad you brought that up, because I kind of felt that as well, especially with how he's moving and where he's turning, having to deal with the fact that he's unalived somebody for the first time. Barney's not really messing with him. We know he gonna see that Barney messing with other people at some point. Like, so I do feel like Charles could head in the direction of doing something to harm himself. So you definitely clocking everything that needs to be clocked. Now, Jules, I hate talking about his raggedy. God, I can't stand talking about Jules. Jules' raggedy ass calls Kimmy, and he calls Kimmy on bullshit. He's calling Kimmy to kind of threaten her, but he's so obvious in it. And now that Kimmy is like really a Bellary and has power, she could tell that he's scared. So he calls Kimmy asking about his son and what happened to his son. And it's like, I know you did something to my son, bitch. And, you know, Kimmy's like, huh? Well, didn't you threaten my sister? Which I'm like, finally somebody speaks on this. But it just irritated me because he was trying so hard to get her to admit to doing something that she actually did not do. Her friend did. Her sister didn't do it. She got done.
Right.
But, you know, Jules tries to say that Alex told him that it was Kimmy who knocked him down and that he has camera footage, even though we know, because they said that there's no camera footage near the barn in the area, that Jules' son fell. And Jules threatens Kimmy, and Kimmy is like, you can hang up with your bitch ass. And ended the call. And I'm just looking at Jules like, again, why do bad people do this in shows? This happens in Power. This happens in this one. It happens in The Shy. If you fuck with somebody and bully someone, make their life miserable, and force them to do things because they have a fear of you, they don't actually respect you. So the moment that something happens to your people, why would they care? I can't say it enough. Why would they care?
And that's what he's so used to. He was so used to mentally being able to manipulate Kimmy. And I think even in season 1, she was just like, oh, she was just going with the flow. I don't even think she was being, I think she was just like, I don't want to be here, but I gotta be here. So I'm just gonna comply. And I think that's what Kimmy was doing. And now she's in a different position. She like, oh yeah, ain't nobody coming to see you, oldest bitch.
Oh Lord, I'm about to be saying that in all of my reviews.
Please do. Also, I wanted to add, when it comes to Jules, I was like, every time I talked about him, I was like, I hope he catch something.
I hope he fall down and hurt his leg and can't be rescued and have to suffer before he gets to the
third leg.
The third one, I especially wanted to suffer. I want it to be, if it's already crooked, make it straight. I want him to suffer.
Badly. Okay.
I can't stand Jules. And it's like the audacity of him to have a wife, kids, a family, and he cares about people that he wants to protect. Now somebody found out about his family and he think he got power when it's like, Jules, you're not even supposed to have all of this going on. Horace is mad at you. Horace did not want all of this going on in the club and stuff.
He didn't even know about it.
He didn't. You got our fine ass papa stressed out in Italy. Like, come on now. Speaking of Horace, y'all. Horace, go ahead.
I tagged you in something.
Oh Lord.
Just keep swiping when you see it.
Not just keep swiping.
Just keep swiping. You're gonna enjoy it.
Oh,
Ulta Beauty in Black.
I see. If I send this to you, I don't have your money.
I wish we could put that up on the screen. Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. You know what? I should have tried. I wonder if my scripts.
Oh my, we can put it up on the next one.
That is funny. That is funny. I'm posting it to the community tab because it's real as hell. I love the
Yes.
if I send you this, just know I love social media for that reason.
Oh my God. If I send you this mean I don't care, Charles.
With the second. That's another thing. This episode of the next one, everybody was smoking cigarettes. Everybody was stressed out the game. That they
I was like, I was like, when is everybody started smoking? Now,
of like a blunt, like holding the cigarette smoke. You're not supposed to hold cigarette smoke in your chest like that. Exhale.
Oh my God. It is just, it's crazy.
Child, Horace sees that Angel is spending his money faster than he can make it.
Faster than Mexican music, sir. He's so irresponsible. He is
for no reason.
I was just like, it's almost like if I don't spend it, it's gonna go. And then when we talked about the baby mama, why are you mad? Because he came to you with money. You put him out. I think you said that.
Mm-hmm. The baby mama didn't just put him out.
It was
she
terrible.
Called her cousins.
Yes,
she called her cousins to come and mess him up. Like the baby mama, we're gonna get to the baby mama because I've been waiting to talk about her.
I cannot stand her. Like
she puts the B in baby mama. My God, because she acts like a big ass baby. She do. She irritates my soul. That baby mama
itch.
She just did. But Horace cancels the card.
Yes.
And what's funny is his blood pressure spiked up. He was mad as hell because he said $39,000. I'd be mad too.
Crazy.
You spent $39,000 of my money in under a couple hours at the club?
Yes.
No, absolutely not. So the doctor comes in, and I love the doctor, okay? Because Italian men really be like that. And the doctor had to check Horace. He said, "You sit down. Do you want to die?" I said, "Not do you want to die?" But the doctor definitely checked Horace. And I said to myself, oh, Jesus, these people, Angel is stressing him out. Angel, you are not worth this amount of stress, my brother. And I hope that you understand it. And I hope that you figure it out because I cannot. I just cannot. But Horace sits down, calms his breathing down, and he makes a call to somebody. And he says, "I want y'all to shoot up the club while Angel is in the club. But I don't want you to shoot Angel. I want you to hand him the phone after you shoot up the spot and let me talk to him." I said, Jesus Christ. So we're going to see later on that Horace is going to have the club shot up. But I couldn't understand why Horace would call for the club to be shot up.
That is so crazy.
And not want Angel shot up.
Right. Like, once again, you're protecting him to teach him a lesson, which you do with your boys. You don't have to do all of that. Just take the car from him, send him on his way, get James or what's his name? The security guy, Alex,
whatever. Yeah.
Was it one of them?
Whitmore. I can't remember.
I think, and a security guy. One of them, get them to come retrieve that vehicle and send him back on his way. And whatever happens, happens. But because you sweet on him, you acting like you have no control. Get your in order. He was
especially when you done this same lesson for Angel a couple times. He did this before with the watch and the test and other stuff. It's like Angel has proven he is not to be trusted.
Yes.
And while
Angel acts like his sons.
He does. Angel might need to go. And I used to like Angel and feel like, okay, he was really trying to help Kimmy and Rain and them, but he ain't shit. He ain't shit. He only helps people after he screws them over.
Yeah. Because he feels bad out of guilt. Like, or
stop doing stupid shit if you just gonna feel bad at the end of it.
Right. And I think in this case, when he was like, Horace, I'm sorry. And Horace was like, you're not sorry. Like everything he has done has been self-serving, and him trying to make it right came from a self-serving place.
Preach, preach, preach. Because
Where
that's
is the collection plate? I'm just
right.
saying.
Because he ain't even worried about his baby mama, his son. He ain't worried
No,
about none of it. So he's
no.
definitely self-serving. That is
Yes.
the truth.
So does Horace know he has a baby mama? Or
Horace does know. I do remember that. Horace is aware, but I don't think he cared. He probably
okay.
Horace, the way Horace moved, Horace said, "Get your bitch on a leash." Okay. Horace is not worried about that baby mama. But Rain gets picked up from the club because she's tired of Angel. Rain is me
Mhm.
as a friend. I try to tell my friends before they do stupid. Or
Yeah.
if I see them making a bad decision, I at least try to be like, hey, maybe you shouldn't do this or stop them. Even if it won't stop them, because I know when they come to, they always
Mm-hmm.
come to me and be like, Miss Bess, I appreciate you for you do at least try. You know, so I get Rain for that. But she got sick of Angel shit. She called and what's his name?
Shout
Officer
out
Mike
to Alex. I love
Alex.
Alex.
Officer Alex. Why I say Officer Mike? Anyway, Officer Alex. I like Alex too. I feel like him and Rain could have like a romantic something eventually because they keep like sending like little vibes and signals. But Rain seemed like a true hood bitch. She ain't worried about nothing right now but the money and not
In
messing up
that
no more.
club.
She just want the club.
And
Um,
I think from my, and I'm sorry, I just wanted to say this one as it relates to Rain. How is it that you feel like you can run this club, but you can't go work in corporate? Because
thank you.
it's like you have the intelligence to run a club. You use that same intelligence to run corporate. It's just different, you have to
It's
do
different, but
numbers.
it's the same with the numbers
Okay.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Child, Rain. I wish he would have made her character aim higher, but I don't know. And I hope Tyler Perry don't typecast her because she was in the Joe's College Road Trip and
Yes.
she played a hoe in there as well.
Yes. And I
Give
didn't like it.
give
I
her
was
another role.
like, this is
Give her
childish.
another role. I know it's too much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But Rain ends up leaving the club, and after she leaves the club, Angel's baby mama come up in there acting a fool. And she irritated me because her friend who works there who warned her was like, okay, but you can't act a fool, girl, because I don't want to lose my job.
Mm-hmm.
So what she do? She went up in there and acted a fool. She
Mm-hmm.
asked him about the money. He's like, I'll talk to you later about that. Because why are
Yeah.
you coming up in a club trying to talk to me about money? Just because you
Right.
see your baby daddy spending money, girl, doesn't mean that you just gonna get some right then and there.
When he
And then
offered
she
it to you
just
in the first place.
right. And then she just learned that her baby daddy is actually trying to protect her in a lot of situations, even after he sent people after him to harm him. So I'm like, why would you expect anything from him when he knows that you sent all your cousins after him to harm him? You wasn't listening to him when he was trying to protect you and y'all's kid. Like, why would you expect anything? But she come in there and whacked him over the head. Well, she tried to whack him over the head with a bottle, but got escorted out the club.
Talking about she wasn't gonna do nothing, girl.
You picked up that bottle. That's the like Tyler Perry. Baby mamas be mad and they don't be liking their baby daddy
At
sometimes, but
all.
they not just gonna whack him over the head with the bottles. Like we didn't have to go that far, but she tried. She gets carried out the club. Uh, Varney meets with a guy from the club that he saw who was dancing, who he had his eye on the whole time. And this Hispanic guy, we're gonna call him our Hispanic Poppy because I don't know
Yes,
what to call him.
but I call her stripper poppy.
That's our Hispanic Poppy, okay? He's talking to Barney. They meet in a diner and he explains that he's in a legal situation. So this
Mm-hmm.
gentleman, Hispanic Poppy, is in the same situation that Rain, Angel, and Kimmy was in. It sounds like this is Jules' MO, which we already know. They've explained that. He finds people who are in legal trouble. He had a judge in his pocket. The judge helped get them off, and then they're indebted to him at the club. Right. So this
Mm-hmm.
happened to this gentleman. He said he was taken advantage of, as well as his sister. But the problem is his sister was working the club, but saw that somebody was killed and she was scared. So Rain, we remember seeing her before. Now we know how it's connecting. Rain
Mm-hmm.
had helped this girl in the last season
Yes.
before it went on the pause. And we're now learning that this girl is the sister of the gentleman that Varney is going to have relations with, and he wants some help. As soon as Barney heard that Rain was the person who gave the money, you could see he started to connect the dots. Because I have forgotten until they showed this. And I think it's easy to forget that not everybody is aware of the operation that they have or how Kimmy and Rain got there. They don't understand that these people are victims. Mallory's thinking they sleeping with her men and stuff, but it's like, no, there's some other type of evil stuff going on, the side hustles, as they call them. But it looked like Varney's going to help the dude. How do you feel about that?
I actually I liked it because now we see Varney actually doing the right thing instead of being passive, listening to everybody else while you're betraying Horace. And I do feel like while all of this was going on, I feel like even though we didn't get to see it, I feel like he was having conversations with Horace about, what I knew once he saw, what was his name? The security dude that robbed him.
Oh, yeah, he did.
That's when I was like, okay, now his wheels are about to start churning. Like, I feel like now we're seeing something different in Varney. Like something is going on. And then you meet with Spanish Papi, and you're having this conversation with him. And now names are ringing bells. You hear Rain's name and dots are connecting. You realize that yes, they are dancers. They were formerly dancers, but they were
victims. I think it was Hispanic Papi when he was like, please just call me. But Hispanic Papi was smart and didn't want to say why he wanted the call. And then when the guy came out, it was like, get your ass back in style. Yes. Most men ain't going to be spoken to like that unless they themselves are being victimized. So I feel like that might have helped. That was,
he dropped names. He said it. He put everything out there. And that was what I'm glad we got.
Child. I'm happy. They this is a good season. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I could not stop. Now, Roy's dumbass, and I do mean dumb. Roy's dumbass brought Felicia to his and Mallory's house. They was messing around, getting busy in the parking lot. He was, and you know what irritated me? He was gonna close the trunk of the car where he was fucking her and just leave her in the trunk and be like, "We about to go somewhere." You're not gonna drive me around in the trunk. That's right, Felicia. Get in the front seat.
Right.
Why was he gonna leave her in that trunk?
Got her smelling like his pee and all of that. And at least, like she said, I'm a hoe, but I'm a hoe. I have some standards and class. Let me sit in the front seat. Okay, I know we just got through and that's never mind. I'm not even gonna go there.
In the trunk of your car filled up with fluids.
You already don't
without a seatbelt. What?
You already don't tip, and he is so disrespectful. And I was like, I hope you catch something.
I hope he catch something, get ran over. And I was here for it. Now, this fool took his side chick to his house, knowing his wife has already beat her ass. And the chick don't want to be in no problems and express that she don't want to fight either. So I think that Roy is actually going to piss off Felicia because she told you she didn't want to mess with you and be in a situation where she was further scratched up because Mallory tore that ass up. Then you put her in this situation. So he tells Felicia while showing her around his and Mallory's house that this could all be hers because he high as hell and tripping. And for whatever reason, they did not notice that Mallory was in the house. I guess they couldn't smell the cigarette. Nothing. And Mallory's sitting there hearing everything, and she snapped, and within good reason. Within good reason, because Mallory's a bitch, yes, but from episode 1 of this show to the very end, no matter what she go through, she show up for that company, she protect her husband and all of that. Yes, it may be so she can have the lifestyle she has, but she has done a lot. So to bring that bitch in her house after she just whooped on her and show her your wife's closet, allow her to be able to try on the wife's clothes, and then you fuck her in the bed that you share with your wife. Oh, he deserved everything he got. Now, Mallory went and got a chain out the garage. Yes, I thought when she picked it up that she was gonna open the door and start whipping the shit out of them or something. I did. But she closed the door and sealed them in that room.
Mm-hmm. And locked them in there.
Locked them in the room, took her car, one of the SUVs.
Yes.
Put a tennis racket into it, ran the car into the side of the house where the bedroom was, set fire to them in the bedroom, left them stuck in the car, in the room, and all of this crazy stuff. And I'm looking, I said, oh Lord, what was that meme? I said, oh Lord, there's a
shout out to Mallory.
Oh Lord, I was cracking up. I said, why did they do that? But
shout out to Mallory.
I'm not mad at Mallory for that. That's honestly,
well within her right.
Says when you cheat on people, you cause them to go temporarily insane. You are causing trauma. So you best be careful what you do and how you do it, because you never know how people gonna regret. They're gonna respond.
And he kept pushing her buttons. You kept, and you're gonna continue to do it after. Now the fireplace. What I realized, the fireplace was going in that room, and so because I thought she lit a match, but it was a fireplace that was in the room. And I was like,
that's what I thought happened too. I thought
she went in there fast, like, because the impact and the way they flew was like, oh my God.
Can you imagine though, doing a little dance, about to get
just on the bed,
and then boom, car, fire, death.
Right, you get flued all the way to the wall, from the window to the wall. Okay,
for real, and sweat from that heat.
Yes,
all of it.
Because I was like, oh my God. And I wasn't mad. I just was like, now why would you go back in the house and close the door knowing the room is on fire and sit there and light a cigarette? So I'm like, are you trying to harm yourself? But then I was like, when I did see that part also, I was like, are they trying to get out the door when they could just get out from the hole in the wall? But they was trapped under.
They probably couldn't climb out.
They couldn't get from under whatever they was trapped. I was like, they in there screaming, but until when Alex went in there. But I wasn't mad at her for that. Shout out to Mallory, because Jules not Jules. Roy is a.
He deserved it. And Angel ends up getting picked up by by Rain and Officer Alex. They get to the house to see all of that. And Officer Alex, is why I love him. He jumped right into action, started protecting her as he's supposed to do. Mm-hmm. And we did see him pull out everybody lived. Roy lived, Felicia was okay, Mallory was okay, but he pulled them out, and Mallory was still pretty upset. But in between all of that, we see Varney's helping the Hispanic boy from the club further. He brought him home and had a time. Varney had him a good night. And I was okay with that too.
Yes.
Because even though ideally we'd want Charles and Varney together, but we don't want Varney connected to this family. I don't want Varney connected to the Bellarys at all. I'd rather Varney do him, because Charles was treating him like shit.
Yes, and it was too complicated. And I think with this, it wasn't complicated. And even though he liked Charles, he loved Charles, he saw something different in stripper Papi. And it was how he was treating him. And I think that was the same way he treated Charles, but he wasn't met with negative energy. He was with, I actually like you, and I'm voicing that I like you. Charles didn't have the ability to give love because he never received it.
Yep. And it's like at some point, just because someone else doesn't have the ability to give love doesn't mean you or the person who's dealing with them has to deal with that. Everybody should be able to get what they want. So I was happy to see Varney deal with the Papi. Yeah. But I still don't fully trust Hispanic Papi. I don't know why.
Okay, I can see that.
I don't know why. But I'm just, after watching this show, I just don't trust not shit of nobody that come up out that club.
Oh my God. Not a soul.
not a soul, okay? Because Rain, she meant well, but this bitch can't tell the difference between somebody getting the Mario cones knocked out they coochie from somebody being
Exactly.
SA, okay?
She
I'm looking at
like, girl, what are you doing? You get Mario coins knocked out you all the time, and you
okay,
know the
you should
difference.
know, right? So I'm looking like everybody come out the club's a problem, from Jules to Rain to
Yes.
Angel's dumbass spending to even Kimmy. She be hot headed and
Oh my
almost made it to
God.
where she. So I don't trust nothing that come out that club. So I hope that Barney's careful with Hispanic Poppy. I just do. I hope he's careful. But I was also happy that Charles got to see him coming
Yes.
home with him.
And it was his audacity that he had. Like, aren't you go? I'm glad his mama called him. He was like, go take care of your mom. Okay.
Right.
Go take care of your mom.
Go take care of your mammy. Because you acted like a big ass baby anyway, Charles. They're all
Right.
childish. I please.
That's the great
But
you don't even want him like that. You want him at your discretion and when it benefits you. And now that he have somebody, you have the nerve to sit up here and want to be mad because he actually have somebody. Like, that's insane to me, Charles. Like, again, the entitlement.
You can't just pick and go and come and go. There's actually a reality show we cover on this channel, 90 Day to Single Life. There's a girl on there named Sophie who is like that with a guy. Like, she will not deal with him when he's being kind and all of that. But then when he don't want to talk to her, she's like suddenly chasing him and stuff. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't like that. That's scary to me. Like, I don't want you, but I don't want anybody else to have you. I'm not gonna value you yet. I don't want to see anybody else value you. That to me is a dangerous person. Like, I don't want to be around those type of people.
That's the truth. Tell the truth and shame the devil. That is the honest to God truth. Now, Mallory tried to sleep with Officer Alex. I'm not surprised. This is her MO. She does this between her tribe with Barney. He had to be like, I'm gay. That's the one time he was openly like,
I don't eat fish. Fish is not on my menu.
He said, look, I can't. But Mallory loved to just pick somebody, force them to fuck her, and all this crazy stuff. I said, this is crazy, but
because she can't do anything else. Somebody just need to stab him.
Not stab him.
Yeah.
Not stab him.
Meanwhile, he done slept with what I would like to call him Wilt Chamberlain Jr. Done slept with all of the women, all of the strippers, and whoever he could get his hands on. And it's just strippers you mad because this lady but I get it. She's so
Mallory's just trying to find control in some place, in some way. But girl, not Officer Alex. And I love the gentleman that Officer Alex is. But Roy walked in, which was funny. And I'm like, Roy, why are you following Mallory? It's like he knew that she would go there because this is her MO. I'm like, where did Felicia go? He just walked in. I had so many questions, but of course, nothing much happens with Roy. Nothing much happens with Roy. They just talk shit to each other per usual. Now, child, Barney has to handle a lot, but Barney takes the time to sleep with Hispanic Poppy, and I was okay with sleeping with Hispanic Poppy.
I'm glad he did.
And I was happy that Hispanic Poppy denied the cash that Barney was offering him. And I feel like Barney was doing it as a test, but I still don't trust Hispanic Poppy. It looks good that he didn't want any cash, and he seems to really like Barney. And I'm hoping I'm just thinking about, I don't know if you watched Tyler Perry's The Haves and the Have-Nots. Now, do you remember, I think her name was Anna, the lady who played the mom, how it ended with her driving that car into Jim Cryer or whatever to off him for good? I don't know why, but I feel like Varney may be like Hannah in the end, where he is like the one that will be here and all the Belleries will just be crashed and burned. I don't know why.
That's what you think is going to happen in this.
I feel like that may happen.
This last episode?
Yeah, I feel like that may happen. Just because I just don't see it working with the Belleries. And if Hispanic Poppy is trustworthy, they could really take all them ninjas down. they could if they wanted to. Or they could expose stuff about them the way this family is. They so reckless they could cancel themselves.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Now I did finish the season, but I cannot in good conscience even tell you what's going to happen.
I'm almost there. I'm gonna finish, but I like that you do that because there are some people that don't know how to throw away the key. See, I said I am not that person. But Norman, does it
shoot me a message when you finish watching it?
Oh, I will. You will be the first. You and Shayna will be the first that I message when I finish it, because I feel like they go irritate me and I'm gonna have a vocal opinion. And I'm like, Shayna, I can't believe that this happened. I feel it coming.
Gotcha.
Lord, where
were I can keep a poker face.
She said I could do it. Now, Norman visits Olivia in the hospital, pretty much tells him he knows that she owes somebody money based on the type of break she has to her the finger.
Well, I have a question.
Answer.
How does Norman know everything?
That's a good question. That is a good question. Because he came to the hospital. How did you know your sister was there? How did you know that her stuff, the reason for her break, how you know she owed people money? And remember, he was very mad at the family for his wife, and I don't feel like he let go of that. So that's a very good question. Because why and how does he know? But he said
he knew that she was a gambler because she had been gambling for a long time. So I'm pretty sure, because their family of access, things may get around. But they also know each other. We will not forget that.
They know each other with the Norman is weird, but I do think that's a good thing to point out because I did notice he does seem to know everything and know when to pop up.
Yes.
He's got to be watching them or something, and he had a serious vendetta. But we'll see. We gonna see. But they're also upset, Norman, because they're broke. The side hustles, Kimmy really did cut off all of the illegal side hustles to make the company whole. Good job, Kimmy girl. And because of that, they are losing. He says something like hundreds of thousands of dollars by the day, by the hour. And because of that, even though he don't fuck with his sister Olivia, he's like, listen, you're the enemy of my enemy, so you're my friend right now. Which I can understand, but it's like, that's your sister. We really got to talk like that with family? Like, my God.
When he said that, was he talking about Kimmy or was he talking about Horace?
Or that's the thing. It could go either way. I was actually going to ask you, who do you think he was talking about? Because I was like, wait, Norman got a couple ops. Is it Kimmy or is it Horace? You could be mad at each of them. He could also still be mad at them boys. There's a lot to be mad about. Did he learn that it was Mallory who got his wife? Like, there's a lot that could come with that. But I'm gonna just keep watching and hope to God to find out.
Keep watching.
I'm gonna keep watching. Lord, but Varney ends up calling Mallory after that scene. Varney calls Mallory to say that he basically wants to speak to her in person. She's like, nigga, I don't want to talk to you in person unless you tell me what we got to talk about. And so he gives her a slight hint because he doesn't want to say it on the phone, but he says it has to do with Kimmy and Rain, and he thinks that they may be victims and everything. I said,
now you got some sense.
Yes. I'm like, Varney, thank you for connecting the dots. Kiwan said a while ago that you could see when the wheels started to spin in his head for him to figure out like what's going on, and they may be looking at things from the wrong perspective. And he is trusting Mallory to tell her that, which I think is smart to tell her that, because she don't mess with her husband anyway, and is probably looking for a way to detach from the family and still be okay.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, and I've seen some clips online, I'm hoping they all gang up to, Mallory.
Don't watch the clips. I just want you to watch it.
Oh Lord, I keep seeing them though, but I'm hoping they partner up and that Mallory starts to see like what's what. Because Mallory, even though she be mad, she is not a blood related Valerie, and she does think and move just a little bit different than they do, but she still kind of has to conform because she's married in.
Now I will say this: Horace and Norman does have a liking to Mallory. They because, and I'm assuming because they don't respect the sons, and she came on and made the company what it is. I'm thinking that gives her more grace, and she's so smart, you know.
She is really smart. She is really smart. Mallory actually meets with Kimmy in the office, as we all know. And I love their meeting because we don't really get too many scenes with them together. No. Like, unless they're like on the phone threatening each other or something. But and I'll be damned. I've never been like that. I block people so fast. I'm not gonna be on the phone like, yeah, bitch. And you just wait. You watch your back. I ain't got time for that. I'm gonna block you and just
like, do what you gotta do. You know what I say.
Lord, but they meet in the office after seeing raggedy ass Jules, and Kimmy's calling her in the office, and Kimmy is smart also because she's making a scene when calling Mallory in the office, like, "Come on, bitch, I don't like the wait." But she calls her in, and they actually talk, and she learns and sees that Mallory has done a lot of good for the company because Kimmy has been doing her research instead of just jumping into the role, and Mallory is pretty much the only reason the company is still going. So I love that Kimmy acknowledged her because you could tell that Mallory's character has not been properly acknowledged or respected for the work that she put into this company. Right. That belongs to these ignorant ass people. And I kind of saw, I think these two are also some of the strongest actors on the show, personally, because Mallory played the hell out the role. And you could tell that she was a little like, oh, let me calm down and hear her out. So they're talking, and Mallory says that she's mad at Kimmy because she's like, you fucked my husband, bitch. Right. Like, what? And she's like, and this company would have went down without me. And Kimmy explains, you think I want your husband? She said, how many times I got to tell you, bitch, I don't want him. I was forced to be with him. And this is where I feel like Mallory saw for the first time, in addition to what Barney tried to warn her about. Oh, they may be victims, and then she's now seeing it in real time and has a clue, like there may be some trafficking going on. I lived for this scene because I was like, it's one of those scenes in the show where you could tell like it's about to get interesting. Yeah, it's about to go up. It's about to get interesting. And as soon as I'm off of this video with Kiwan, I'm gonna finish watching the.
And I will say this: when she said that, Kimmy let her guard back. Is it up? Yeah, she had her guard back up because she was like, I told you too much.
Yes.
No, and I'm hoping that that's what Mallory did, see the humanity. And I also feel like Varney, I may have said it a second ago, I don't know, but Varney seen humanity when he heard, I feel like when he heard Stripper Poppy's story.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that's actually true. I love that you call those stripper puppies. But Kiwan is right. Kiwan is right. They did really good this episode of showing the lights coming on for a lot of people to figure out like what's really good. And the more allies that Kimmy and Horace can get, the better. Another thing you said that's really important. Horace did seem to have a liking for Mallory, so that could help her out at a later time. And Roy, I feel like Horace disliked Roy more than he do Charles. Okay, because we have to remember Horace is kind of like Charles as it relates to what and who they're attracted to.
And that's why he don't like Charles, because Charles is free with who he is. Yep, and I think Horace is mad because he feels like he don't have the ability to be free, but you can.
Yep, he can. He can, especially when all of this stuff pops off and goes down. Now, the episode, we get to the last scene of the episode, y'all, is Jules has somebody at a motel looking for a young girl who is supposed to be at the club. I'm thinking this young girl is Hispanic Poppy's sister that's been hiding out. He said the girl ain't come outside. And when she does come outside, Jules instructs the security guard there to ambush and kidnap her. I said, and you niggas wonder why people don't like y'all. And you got to worry about who could have came after your family. Look how you treat people. Lord. A mess. But somebody's in the hospital doing this crazy stuff. And the episode ends with Sylvie's dumb ass who don't fucking listen. Now I'm calling her fast because she didn't listen. The episode ends with Sylvie in the hospital saying sorry to this boy because he is dying that she slept with. And I had a feeling when Kimmy was sitting in the room watching Sylvie sleep, I said the way the hair was just up in the bed. I said that girl ain't in the bed.
If you don't pick up this Tyler Perry wig with all these spaces in it,
Right.
y'all, what is we doing? That is not her. You see her hair versus the wig that's on this pillow. This is a Tyler Perry original Rennie synthetic wig. Sitting there.
Very original.
I was like, girl, if you really wanted to talk to your sister like you said you was gonna do, you would have woke her up.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't. And that's what I am talking about. Like, how do we miss? These are the little things I feel like when the writers write.
Tyler Perry.
Yes.
Because there's no reason that should, it just did not make sense to not check on the sister. It didn't. And the other thing that's irritated me, shit keep happening when y'all keep leaving each other to watch Sylvie. At this point, I'm taking Sylvie with me everywhere I go.
Oh, send her with James or tie her up somewhere.
Right, because she don't listen. Rain not gonna watch her. Rain and Angel like to blame each other. But really, both of y'all done been
irresponsible.
Right, and they're both irresponsible in different ways. I can't understand it.
But you want to run a club. I mean, I'm not saying that she can't. I'm just saying you want to run a strip club with people who act like children at the strip club. But you can't do the smallest thing and keep an eye on Sylvie. And it was another thing, like the moment from the time she went upstairs, everything else was happening. But nobody, you didn't even stop to eat your food to be like, okay, let me go run behind her. You knew she wanted to go see that boy. So something should have rung a bell in your head. And I'm not going to give away nothing, but something should have rung a bell in your head. And been like, okay, let me just go check her. Let me go run after her.
If you know that this girl is crying over the boy and worried over the boy and ignoring all that you told her when you told her the truth about how unsafe it is, you should have checked on her, because the fact that she would question anything after hearing you explain what these people are into is crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And you can't blame the child. Sylvie's still a child. You got to blame the damn adults that know the danger that they're in.
Right.
And it's still doing what they're doing. If I was Kimmy, I would have used one of them credit cards, got a cash advance, and sent my sister the fuck somewhere else. I would have sent her to Italy with Horace. Have a time.
At least. Even though Horace don't want those type of attachments, but still, she should have went somewhere where she could have been protected. Yeah. And not only that, it's the fact that, hold on, because with Sylvie, you're 16, so you know very well. You know, after I told you what the dangers was, you still decided, in my opinion, you decided to go see the boy and all of that. So you decided to touch the stove after I told you the stove was hot.
Right.
You decide, and I get it, it's kids, and that's what kids gonna do. But girl,
now she gonna have to deal with Jules. I just know she is, because of how he asked her that question. Y'all,
walk in, huh?
He did. He said to her, Jules saw her at the end of the episode saying, "What are you sorry for?" to his son, after learning that his son had no brain activity and would likely die. So I'm sure Jules is gonna feel away, and how that little girl gonna escape that room in that hospital. How she gonna get out of there? But I will be watching the rest, you guys. I want to take the time to thank Kiwan J TV. I am giving a shot at scripted shows. She has been overly supportive. She also does good reviews, so please check out her channel. I will get the rest of these episodes out throughout the week. I'll do 2 episodes in a video because that's just easier for me. But if there's anything you guys want to see me cover, let me know. Also, in May, it's not too far away, oddly, but in May, we will be bringing back Love After Lockup. Kiwan will be joining us, so tap into that, as well as James from the Watch Your Mouth Reviews channel. I hope everybody subscribes I appreciate everybody for watching. I appreciate Kiwan for being here. Do you have any last words before we go? What is your next video for the people?
So my next video will be episode 12 and hopefully 13 tomorrow. No, yeah, probably one episode in Married to Medicine on tomorrow. So I'll do Beauty in Black the rest of the week, at least one episode until I'm done.
Yeah, that's what I'm probably going to do for the rest of it because it's a lot. But y'all tap in. I forgot all about Married to Medicine. I should go watch that after this. But tap in to Kiwan J TV. We both sincerely appreciate everyone. Let's also help her get to 800 subscribers. Share the video. Let people know that you subscribe to Kiwan J. Also subscribe to Mrs. Best Reviews. That's me. I hope that y'all like me and subscribe. Other than that, we'll see you on the next live. Thank you, Kiwan. I hope you have a good night, and we will see y'all next time. Adios.